The first home buyer process. 2023 is your year. Go you. You're looking to buy your first home, but the big hurdle is this is the biggest thing you've ever done and you're like a deer in the headlights when it comes to this sort of stuff. Not to worry, in this video I'm going to unpack the process of buying your first home for you. Okay, so I'm going to break this process down into 3 parts and make this very simple for you. By the way, if you're in Victoria, you'll want to stick around till the end as we've got a resource for you that'll help you get you into your first home. Okay, so the 3 parts of the process are number 1, planning and preparation, number 2, buying, number 3, settling. So let's get into planning and preparation. I can't stress to you, this is the most important part. Slow and steady here means that less probability you're going to run into trouble later on. Your first port of call is your mortgage broker. I know I'm a little bit biased being a mortgage broker, but the reason is that they can make an assessment on what your options are right now. This is things like your borrowing power, what access you have to grants and schemes and stuff like that. Also how much deposit you need to make it work. If there are roadblocks, then a good mortgage broker is going to be able to make it clear for you what you need to do to qualify for the home loan. These are things such as a savings plan or fixing your credit file if it needs fixing. Assuming you're good to go, your mortgage broker will get a pre-approval sorted for you. Pre-approval is basically the lender giving you the go-ahead to purchase a property. They've looked at your pay slips, your bank statements, credit files, and they're generally happy to lend you the money. At around this point, you want to have your conveyancing sorted. This is a common mistake that first home buyers make, and that is not teeing up the conveyancer prior to signing a purchase contract. Buyers make this mistake because they think that conveyancers do their work at settlement. That's not wrong. It's just that a conveyancer can go over the contract before you sign it because most first homeowners are not going to know when there's something in a contract that will put them at a disadvantage. Considering you're already paying them to help you, you may as well make the most of it. The next part of planning and preparation is figuring out how you're going to approach the buying situation. More and more people are engaging buyer advocates to help them with the process because it's going to save the buyers a lot of stress and time. Additionally, buyers advocates are going to be better negotiators than most first home buyers. If you're not going to use a buyer's advocate, then you want to figure out what you want, as you'll spend too much time running around between homes if you can't clearly define what you're after. The other main thing is to figure out what something's worth. So once you've figured out what you're after, say for example 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, then you can get set to going to figure out, okay, what those types of properties are worth in the market. For this, I suggest using the sold tab to your advantage. That's the sold tab in realestate.com.au or domain. You can use filters to figure out what the type of properties you want to buy have been selling for recently. The reason why you want to do this is because the price the property is advertised for is often not what it's actually worth. Okay, so let's review the planning. See a mortgage broker, tee up your conveyancer, either engage a buyer advocate or figure out what you want to buy and what that type of property is worth in the current market. When it comes to buying the property, you basically put in your offer. If you know what something's worth, then you're going to know when the agent is pushing you too high. This is important to know because if agents know that you're a first home buyer and you really like the property, they're going to try and push you high early. Bear in mind, it's their job to get the highest price for the seller. That's their customer. That's what their job is. Regarding the contract, you want to work closely with your mortgage broker and conveyancer. They will make sure you've got the appropriate protections in place if required. Most of the time it's a building and pest inspection and a finance clause. Let's say you've now agreed on a price and signed the contract. You're not done yet. You still need the bank to approve the loan. Your mortgage broker will liaise between you and the bank to get this done. Once you have the loan approved, then you've reached a major milestone because you know you're going to be able to settle the loan. The rest of the process is now just getting ready for settlement. The bank will want to make sure that the loan contracts are done correctly, all the grants and schemes are all done and they're ready to go. Once that's sorted, it's in the hands of the conveyancers to sort out the settlement. The main thing you need to be aware of here is that if you're putting any funds in at settlement, then this needs to be understood at least a couple of days out to give you time to transfer the funds if that's what you need to do. Guys, I've seen people go online and ask for help because they're stuck, overwhelmed and stressed, but there's an easy fix which will get rid of 95% of issues. By the way, if that's you, We run an online community that's designed for first home buyers in Victoria specifically. If you want in, please comment invite down below and we'll give you access to the group. Anyway, just to summarize, the best thing you can do is get your planning and preparation done. If you have a good mortgage broker up front, then a conveyancer prior to putting in any offers, you should avoid being another first home buyer horror story. For more videos on the first home buyer process, please subscribe to the channel.